Artificial intelligence is no longer a concept confined to science fiction films or the research labs of secretive tech giants. It has quietly, and then very suddenly, woven itself into the fabric of our daily existence. Every time you ask a smart speaker for the weather, get a movie recommendation, see your phone automatically correct a typo, you are interacting with AI. This technology, which involves teaching computers to learn, reason, create, is undergoing a period of explosive growth. The progress we are witnessing today is not just incremental, it's transformative, reshaping industries and redefining what is possible almost weekly. The pace of change is what makes this moment so critical. For decades, the promise of AI felt distant, pursued by a small group of computer scientists. Now, that promise is being delivered in real time, with breakthroughs so frequent it can feel overwhelming. These systems are becoming more powerful, more accessible, more integrated into everyday tools. On August 28, 2025, the AI landscape was irrevocably altered. The San Francisco-based research lab Anthropic released its latest large language model, named Cognito. This was not just another iteration of their Claude series, it was a quantum leap forward. Cognito was introduced as the first major commercially available model built on what Anthropic calls a constitutional architecture. This means the AI wasn't just trained on vast amounts of text and then given a set of safety rules. Its core principle of safety was integrated directly into its foundational structure. Its core principle of ethics was integrated directly into its foundational structure. Its core principle of truthfulness was integrated directly into its foundational structure. Integrated from the very beginning, a fundamental shift. The technical specifications released by Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei were staggering. Cognito reportedly boasts a context window of 5 million tokens, a dramatic increase from the 1 million tokens or 2 million tokens that had become the high-end standard. This vast context window allows the AI to process and recall information from enormous documents, entire codebases, or hours of transcribed conversation without losing track of the details. It's the equivalent of an AI being able to read a stack of novels and then discuss the subtlest plot points from the very first chapter. Just as the industry was beginning to process the implications of Anthropic's Cognito, Google made a move that was both strategic and disruptive. On September 10, 2025, DeepMind's CEO, Demis Hassabis, announced that Project Chimera would be released as an open-source model. Chimera is not a single AI but a suite of specialized interconnected models designed to work together. Visual diagram. 3 interconnected spheres labeled language, vision, and logic. It includes a powerful language model, a sophisticated image generator, and a groundbreaking model for spatial and logical reasoning. By making this multimodal system freely available to the public, Google effectively democratized access to cutting-edge AI technology, a stark contrast to the closed, proprietary approach of Anthropic and OpenAI. The decision was seen as a direct response to the growing dominance of closed AI systems. In a blog post accompanying the release, Hassabis argued that the future of AI should not be controlled by a handful of companies. He stated that open-sourcing Chimera would accelerate innovation, promote transparency, and allow a global community of developers to identify and fix potential safety issues collaboratively. This move was celebrated by researchers and startups who often lack the billions of dollars required to train a foundational model from scratch. Now, anyone with sufficient computing resources could download, modify, and build upon Google's advanced AI framework. The immediate impact was a flurry of activity in the open-source community. Within days, developers began releasing fine-tuned versions of Chimera for specific tasks, translating obscure languages, creating educational tools for students with disabilities. Small businesses that could never afford to license a top-tier model like Cognito or GPT-5 suddenly had a powerful alternative. In late July of 2025, a controversy erupted that brought the complex issue of AI and creativity into the public spotlight. A previously unknown AI art platform called Artisan was accused of training its image generation model by style, scraping the entire portfolios of thousands of living artists and, well, without their consent. The incident came to light when a popular digital artist, who goes by the online handle Starlight, discovered that Artisan could replicate her unique, intricate style with shocking precision. She demonstrated this by prompting the AI with create a celestial dragon in the style of Starlight, and honestly, the result was nearly indistinguishable from her own work. The backlash was swift and massive. Within hours, the hashtag #ArtisanTheft was trending globally on social media platforms. Artists from around the world began testing the platform and found that their own distinctive styles had also been copied. It became clear that Artisan's developers had not just used a general dataset of images from the internet, they had systematically targeted and indexed the work of specific named artists to create a tool that could mimic them on command. This was a clear departure from the more generalized training methods used by other platforms like Midjourney or DALL-E. The incident sparked a fierce debate about copyright, ethics, and the very definition of art in the age of AI. Artists argued that Artisan had engaged in mass intellectual property theft, building a commercial product directly on the back of their uncredited and uncompensated labor. Facing a torrent of negative press and the threat of multiple class action lawsuits, Artisan was taken offline on August 5, 2025. Beyond the headline-grabbing releases and controversies, the new generation of AI is quietly and profoundly changing how work gets done. For example, a major architectural firm in Chicago, Perkins & Will, has begun using a specialized version of an AI model to generate initial design concepts. Architects can feed the AI zoning laws client requirements, budget constraints, sustainability goals. In just a matter of minutes, the system produces dozens of viable three-dimensional models and floor plans. This doesn't replace the architect. It supercharges their creative process, allowing them to explore a wider range of possibilities and focus their time on refining the best ideas rather than on tedious preliminary drafting. In the medical field, the impact is even more direct. Hospitals like the Mayo Clinic are now deploying AI diagnostic tools to assist radiologists. An AI system trained on millions of medical images can scan an MRI or CT scan and flag potential anomalies, like a tiny tumor or the early signs of a stroke, that might be missed by the human eye. A recent pilot program that concluded in July of 2025 showed that radiologists assisted by this AI were 15% more accurate and 30% faster in their diagnoses. Small businesses are also reaping the benefits. A boutique online coffee retailer based in Vermont called Bean Crafters recently integrated a customer service AI into its website. This AI can now handle over 80% of customer inquiries. It answers questions about shipping, makes personalized coffee recommendations based on past orders, and even processes refunds. This has freed up the small team of employees to focus on sourcing new coffee beans and growing the business, a task that would have required hiring several new staff members just a year ago. Even creative professionals are finding new ways to collaborate with AI. Screenwriters in Hollywood are using models like Cognito to brainstorm plot points, overcome writer's block, and generate dialogue variations. The incredible advancements in artificial intelligence bring with them a wave of undeniable benefits that have the potential to improve our lives significantly. The efficiency gains alone are, well, staggering. AI can automate repetitive and time-consuming tasks, freeing up human workers' creative, strategic, interpersonal aspects of their jobs. In fields like science and medicine, AI is accelerating research at a breathtaking pace, helping to model complex climate systems, discover new drugs, personalize healthcare in ways that were once unimaginable. This wave of innovation promises a future where we can solve problems more quickly and effectively, leading to greater prosperity and well-being for society as a whole. Furthermore, the democratization of AI through open-source releases like Google's Chimera is empowering individuals and small organizations like never before. A student in their dorm room can now access tools that were once the exclusive domain of billion-dollar corporations. This can lead to a Cambrian explosion of innovation, new applications emerging to solve niche problems serving underserved communities. However, this same power carries significant risks that we cannot afford to ignore. One of the most immediate concerns is the potential for widespread job displacement. As AI becomes more capable of performing cognitive tasks previously done by humans writing articles, managing logistics, many white-collar jobs could become obsolete. This could lead to massive economic disruption and social inequality if we do not proactively plan for this transition by investing in education, reskilling programs, new social safety nets. Beyond the economic impact, there are profound safety and ethical concerns. The proliferation of powerful open-source AI models makes it easier for bad actors to create autonomous cyber attacks, highly realistic fake news, sophisticated scams. Perhaps most importantly, as these systems become more complex and autonomous, we risk losing our ability to understand and control them. The events of the past few months have made one thing abundantly clear. The development of artificial intelligence is not slowing down. The launch of Anthropic's Cognito, Google's open sourcing of Chimera One centered on controlled, safety-first development, and the other on open, democratized access. The tension between these two approaches will likely define the industry for the next several years. We should expect to see other companies choose a side, either creating highly polished, proprietary walled gardens, or contributing to the growing open-source ecosystem. For the average person, the most important thing to watch is how this technology begins to integrate more seamlessly into everyday products. Your smartphone's operating system, your car's navigation, the software you use at work, all of these will become infused with more powerful AI. Look for features that move beyond simple commands and start to anticipate your needs, offering proactive assistance. For example, your digital assistant might soon summarize a long email chain and suggest a reply, or your car might automatically reroute you around traffic that will form in the next 30 minutes. This transition will be gradual, but its cumulative effect will be transformative. From a societal perspective, the most critical developments will be in the realm of regulation and governance. The Artisan incident was a clear signal to lawmakers that the existing legal frameworks are inadequate for the age of AI. In the coming year, expect to see serious legislative debates in the United States and Europe about data privacy, AI training methods, copyright law, and accountability. How we decide to regulate this technology will have long-lasting consequences. Striking the right balance between fostering innovation and protecting the public from harm will be a monumental task for governments around the world. Ultimately, we are all participants in this unfolding story. The future of AI is not something that is happening to us, it is something we can help shape. It is crucial to stay informed, to engage in conversations about the ethical implications, and to demand transparency from the companies building these powerful systems.